Okay, so maybe I spoke too soon. Maybe not too bugged. Let's see. Sometimes spectator mode is tripping. I hope in the next patch they fix it. No, looks like it's going to work all right. Okay, cool. So we are in and we are away with Sunday Night Fights Match 2, and it's Staxwell versus Paradox. And this looks like a straight up Patron Warrior. He's running this card. Okay, cool. And now we can see what's going on with everybody. I guess he's just going to clear off the Cogmaster here. And Paradox insta-responds, just clearing up what's on the board. I'm not sure how good of a strategy that's going to be, but against this deck, it looks like he's got a few little different answers. And it just depends on how fast, I suppose, Staxwell comes at him here. But I imagine he wasn't expecting to get his Frothing Berserker Shadow Bolted. The thing about the Patron Warrior deck, obviously, is that you're just going to be able to rebuild your setups and your combos, so it's probably not the worst beating your opponent a couple of cards at the beginning. Having said that, I'm really excited to see how this Warlock deck plays out. I know it's going to be a bunch of sort of more unconventional cards, and probably like a lot of little techie stuff, so it's going to be interesting. I don't think he can afford to tap too much, though. That's the one thing about the Warlock hand, especially like it's not handlock, clearly. He's got some healing, but considering the potency of like the Patron Warrior's ability to bring so much damage on one attack, I think you have to be really careful about tapping against basically, there's a lot of decks out there right now that are really difficult to freely tap against. It's not like, unless you're playing like a really serious Zoolock hand where you can just constantly be putting pressure on it in sort of a face hunter kind of way. You really need to manage, maybe tap early a few times and try and build your hand up, but after that I think you need to kind of sort of see like a plan of action and stick with it instead of continually tapping for answers when you know your opponent's going to have so many big attacks available to him. So it looks like he's going to silence Thorson. And probably drain life the Gnomish. No, he's going to just go ahead and make a big Void Terror. And with 6 health, I mean, he's going to have to use the stuff on his board to get rid of it. Or at least trade a little bit here. We do see a couple executes in hand. He's going to draw first. And he's drawn into a pretty serious setup. So yeah, now Paradox is going to be in a little bit of trouble. He does have one sort of direct answer for the Thorson token that's left right now. And he's got some healing. He can actually do both these on the same turn. But I would say it's probably going to be over anyway. I think so. I haven't done the math yet in my head, but it's going to be close. I think that Staxwell can play the whole combo out here and just get all the patrons on the board. He doesn't have anything to buff their attacks. Question: he's got 4. He's going to be able to make 4 more. Yeah, I think I'm pretty sure he's got lethal here. I see at least 16 damage. So 4, then he brings mix 2 more for another 6. Oh yeah, and then he's got enough mana to play Last Whirlwind, so that'll do it. Oh wait, no, because when he whirlwinds, the patron, the Warsong Commander will die. So do the patrons don't get the buff? No, they don't. But I mean that basically does it for the game there. And the first game, oh no, that did it. Okay, I guess, did she turn him on? Looks like she did before she dies, before she exits the field. The war song does charge up the patron. I don't think I knew that. I don't think I was aware of that. So, some scientific evidence there of things that happen when you play patron warrior and combo that war song attack. I guess she does grant charge, even if she's been reduced to 0 health before she exits the battlefield. So first game is Staxwell, and he loads up Hunter. I do believe that our friend Staxwell likes to play mid-range Hunter. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that. We're going to find out. But I think this could be a mid-range Hunter. Although from the cards we see so far, it kind of looks more face Hunterish just because the Hunter's Mark. I'm not sure if mid-range runs Hunter's Mark. We'll find out. It's a fancy gold hunter. And that'll be mid-range hunter. So I guess it does. Speaking of fancy gold stuff, here is a Nox Ramus card. So you can't make them, and you can't disenchant them. But you can spend a shit ton of dust to make them gold. And obviously Staxwell is probably going to have a hard time zeroing in on what kind of warrior this is, because it is by like many ways not a traditional warrior of any sort. It's going to be a I hope I can kill you with this warrior. And it might actually not be in the worst spot against a mid-range hunter, but at the same time Staxwell is very practiced with his decks. We know this. He's an excellent player. And he's going to definitely have the advantage as far as strategy and planning is concerned. So we'll see how it pans out. But I'm hoping Paradox can steal a little win here. It'd be nice to see him take one away. There's the cleave. And I imagine he's just going to go ahead and swing in here and finish off the Misha. Yep. And then shield block. Well, he's putting up a fight, that's for sure. Lothab comes down. I don't think that was a card that Paradox was worried about playing on this turn. Yeah, he's just going to go ahead and load up the Arcanine and take care of Lothab. And see, people who play Warrior these days with these, properly constructed decks, the popular decks that are going around the internet that are, having the most success, you just don't play Arcanine Reaper anymore. I mean, you just don't see it anymore. So it's probably a bit of a surprise for some players when the warrior just pulls out that weapon and can actually do a straight 5 damage to Lothab in one turn. Well, it looks like, yeah, a couple of players might have missed out on the tournament tonight. It's a bit of a shame. And, yeah, I'm going to have to be the bearer of bad news. But look at this, the mid-range hunter. This was my problem. I mean, Dr. Boom is a big draw here. It really is going to help out, just bring back the board. But this is the problem I encountered. I mean, I didn't play a lot of mid-range hunter, but I was playing it around with it the other day, sort of testing it out to see what it could do. And I feel like you do run out of cards, still fairly quickly. Okay, so come on, Paradox. Attack face first. Good boy. Good job. And then pull that back. I mean, I suppose he could have cleared the spider with it and gone. Maybe he should have cleared the spider and gone face with the Scarlet Crusader. But no, it looks like he's just going to get rid of Dr. Boom that way. That's actually not bad at all. And he does get the armor up as well, so look at that. Paradox fighting back against the mid-range hunter. That's going to be a pretty reasonable Hounds, though. What does he pick up? Wow, and that's a sick draw. That's just a pretty sick draw from from a web spinner, especially on a 9 mana turn where you have all 9 of your mana still. That's just yeah, kind of hard to take. It's really a shame. I don't think Paradox has a way to deal with that left right now. And see, we just still had that execute. But that's really unlucky. That's really unlucky that the web spinner makes King Crush on that turn, and he just gets to just barrel it out. Maybe that's how you win with mid-range hunter. Maybe that's where my mistake. I'm just not getting King Crush from the web spinner. Obviously, that was my problem. But I shall practice this. I promise. I will practice getting King Crush from the web spinner and give you guys my report on mid-range hunter again next week and see how it's been going. It'll be like this. Day 3, still no King Crush. Don't understand what's going on. That's pretty much what every report's going to be like. Well, that's probably one of the better bombers. I mean, at least he got 2 on face in a game where it's a race that he looks like he's going to lose at this point. That King Crush, though, what are you going to do? Unlucky for Paradox. I mean, it was an uphill battle, but it looked like he was really putting up a good fight, and then I mean, you just can't do anything about that. That's Hearthstone. That's RN Jesus right there. You better pray. And take care of the anti-kill bot in case there's one more of those brewmasters in there, or just so we can happily load freezing trap. And is it possible? Did we see both executes, or is there one left in this deck? Well, that's not an execute. Having said that, you can clear the dog with the Inner Rage, but he is going to lose this Matter Bomber to Freezing Trap. So the question is, will he not attack? Will he? Good boy. He just leaves it sitting where it is, and it gives him a chance. Oh, there you go. There's the owl. Clear out some space, and Kill Command is going to do it. Well done, Staxwell, and unlucky Paradox. But there you go. That's match 2 of the Sunday Night Fights, and Staxwell will move on to the next round. Good job, sir.